My name is Alix Truong. I'm 18 years old from Falls Church, Virginia, and I'm a professional pickleball player. I first started playing pickleball around the summer of 2020. If COVID happened, and I played tennis prior to pickleball, and I live right behind um, two public tennis courts. And so when COVID happened, the tennis courts were locked by the county, and so we had no access to them. And so we went over to a friend's house who had pickleball lines on a private tennis court that they had, and they introduced us to the sport. I signed up for my first tournament that summer with my dad. We played in the 4-0 mixed doubles category just in a local tournament. We ended up winning, and then we signed up for 4-5 and 5-0 mixed events together for the rest of that year, and we went undefeated. And so January of 2021 was my first pro tournament. I just wanted to test it out, see where I stood with the rest of the world. And I didn't do so well, but it was like the first of many, of course. And so I that tournament, I pretty much decided that I wanted to play professional pickleball. This might sound a little rude of me, but as an 18-year-old, the youngest, I'm the baby on the tour. I would say that taking advice from the people who you really trust. And so I tell myself, you need to have a killer mindset or like a heartless mindset where you kind of just go out there, you stay motivated, you want to stay on top of the things you need to do. Like you need to have a schedule, go out, practice at a certain time, eat the right things, just continue to be fit and practice all the things that make up, a professional athlete. And so having that killer and heartless mindset, I've really focused on myself and told myself this is where I need to be. And I kind of hit the goals that I set for myself. Short term, I would say within this 2023 year, I would definitely like to be on the podium of the APP tour as often as I can. I feel like I always have my opportunities. I'm always making the semifinals of a tournament and then falling short there in the back draw, hitting. I'm always hitting that fourth place, fourth through sixth place, and then occasionally I'll hit the podium. So I would love to stay a little bit more consistent on the podium. I would say long term, since I'm so young, I have so many years ahead of me, and so I think that hopefully I can um, just like expand my brand, expand my name, and be an influence to the younger generation someday, and hope to be one of the more influential athletes of pickleball when it like, explodes even more than it already has. I think the first one that comes to mind is making the finals of the 2023 APP Punta Gorda tournament in January. I was playing women's doubles with my partner Megan Fudge, and it was on my birthday actually, my 18th birthday, and I we were playing together. We fell short in the semifinals. And I told myself, no, like we should not have lost that game. And I refused to lose on my birthday. So we made a run through the back draw. We made it to the bronze medal match, and it was a tough 3-game match against Bobby Oshiro and Susanna Barr. We were down the first game. We're down 6-10 in the second, and I told myself, fight, I'm fighting. And then there was something in my head that just clicked, and so we ended up coming back that second game, won the third, made it to Sunday. We played the next day against Paris Todd and Simone Jardine. We won the first match. It was in 2 games, and then just fell short in the game to 15. But that has to be my biggest tournament to date. I would say definitely the opportunities and the connections that I've built through pickleball. Being so young, it's incredible to be surrounded by people who have so much life experience. And so I actually switched to homeschool this past year to be able to travel more. And so I've lost that high school experience, but I really don't mind that because again, I think traveling the country and potentially the world for pickleball is an amazing opportunity. I think it's a richer experience than it would to be just a normal high school kid. And so I've made so many new friends and I've learned so many life lessons. I like to say that I'm more street smart than book smart. So I've definitely learned to navigate my way through life in this community, and just um, the opportunities in pickleball, like I being featured on different news articles, being drafted into MLP. I just know that this is the beginning, and so I'm really looking forward to what the future has. I mean, it's definitely a great experience. I mean, when I was in person in high school, hanging out with the kids my age, I always felt like I had to be the responsible one, act like the older one. I've always thought of myself to be very mature for my age, and always on my own. I'm very like financially independent, things like that. And so um, transitioning, hanging out with kids my age to people who are older and have that life experience, I feel much more relaxed and able to really take in what other people have to tell me for pickleball, like on court tactics, strategies, things like that, but also off the court, and just how to take care of myself, things like that. And so just being a top player, it really it means a lot, because I know that other people, they have that life experience already and I'm just getting started. So being I get like I can keep learning from them and still picking the pieces to my game, or learning the pieces to my game. And when they're put together, I think I'll I hope to be the best in the world someday. I would say to get as much experience as you can. If you're somebody young who wants to become, one of the top pickleball players in the world, I would say you have to get yourself out there, have the experience. You're gonna fail a lot at times, and I know it sounds a little cheesy, but you have to fail to succeed. And I'm still in that process myself. I mean, every week I beat myself down for getting fourth, fifth, sixth place, but I mean, I'm so much further in my journey than what I was, a year ago, 2 years ago. And so again, that experience, just going out every week, signing up for a tournament, and really just putting myself out there, it's helped so much.